Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Media every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. Thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Today, Jaydev joins us in this section. Welcome, Jaydev.
Good evening to all of viewers once again. And in fact, Bollywood is shaking on the knees after people are boycotting all their films back to back, and especially now with Lal Singh Chaddha. That's the first piece of news. As you know, that Amir Khan is begging people to see his film, and now Akshay Kumar has reacted on this. And Akshay Kumar recently he reacted to the boycott of Lal Singh Chaddha, and as you know that both Amir Khan's film Lal Singh Chaddha and Akshay Kumar's Raksha Bandhan are releasing on the day of Rakhi, that is August 11th. Now on social media, a boycott for both the films are trending, and Akshay Kumar is currently promoting the film. So Akshay Kumar was asked about the social media trends demanding boycott on his film and Lal Singh Chaddha. And the artist and Akshay Kumar said it's a free country and anyone can do what they want, but also had a special request to make of these people behind such trends. As I just said this, it's a free country, everyone can do what they want. But this all helps the economy of India. We are all at the verge of becoming the biggest and greatest country. I would request them and the media not to get into it. Earlier, Amir Khan, as pleaded with people to watch his film in the theaters, and that boycott Bollywood, boycott Lal Singh Chaddha. I feel very sad. I feel sad because a lot of people who are saying this in their hearts believe I am someone who doesn't like India. In their hearts, they believe that, but that's quite untrue. Amir Khan said, "I really love India. That's how I am. It is rather unfortunate if some people feel that way. I want to assure everyone that it is not the case, and so please don't boycott my films. Please watch my films." Says so. Both Akshay Kumar and Amir Khan, they're shaking on their knees. Like I
So,
said, and
in fact, you could, if you have the video of Sandeep Singh with Amir Khan, on the first day of their show, if you could just show it to our viewers, Jaydeep.
yeah,
Please watch this, friends. Can you push it up?
yeah,
Friends, please watch this. This is Amir Khan, and he's being escorted by Sandeep Singh, one of the accused in the SSR case. And you see all the people who are hugging him. They're all a part of this cabal. There, you have Sandeep Singh. They're literally shaken up. They don't know what to do because all their movies are becoming bankrupt, and now they have joined their own, made their own club. Who want to push it forward. It's not them that decides, at the box office which will become a hit. It will be the public, and that's it. Yeah.
yeah. So what is Sandeep Singh doing in Amir Khan's film promotion?
No, you
That's
can see
the
that
number
there is
one
a
question
very,
I have in mind
very
when I
direct
saw
link.
this script.
In fact, yeah, Jaydev, there's a
You're
direct link.
on mute.
No, I'm not on mute. No, I'm not on mute.
Yeah, just yeah, fine.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
So my
Okay.
my first
So,
question, yeah,
yeah. So, yes, I heard your question. What is Sandeep Singh doing this? See, they are all interlinked. As you know, Sandeep Singh and his past with drugs. Okay, how did he become a producer? He was just a small person from UP, and how he came to power with his affiliation with certain producers who were in this drug racket. and how he grew, and then he started producing films, and he was also in link with one of the Thackeray's, the daughter-in-law of Thackeray, and they were producing films together. Now, you remember that after Sushant's death, Sandeep Singh called this Suraj Pancholi's mother. So you see that link. Okay. Then you also know that Ria called Amir Khan. You see the link. Sushant Singh was living in a flat that was Amir Khan's uncle's flat, where he was killed. That's another link. So you see, these are all interrelated. And what is the difference between what happened to Amir Khan's brother Faisal Khan and what they were doing to Sushant Singh Rajput? Faisal Khan was a very normal, good-looking actor who came in a movie and then suddenly disappeared. He himself confessed that he was being made to look mad, given drugs to that effect. Police had come to arrest him and take him to the lunatic asylum, all for what? For some property. That is the greed of this Amir Khan, if his brother is to be believed. Okay. So here you see the same people. This person, the anchor in most of these film awards. I forget his name. He's also a part of this group that you saw in the video. I last saw him visit Smriti Irani in her house in Delhi. I forget his name. He's an anchor, popular anchor, a tall anchor, and he is also in this video. And you see all the people who act in Amir Khan's movies or Shah Rukh Khan's movies are there in that group. So it is like a Freemasons club. This is a club that wants to protect each other and their voices. Now they are all shaken up, as you said, because they are not going to get any viewers.
Manish Paul. Yeah, Manish Paul.
Manish Paul, yes. The same Manish Paul had visited Smriti, the minister, in her house, and where he had said that he had got not tea, but he had got kashaya to drink. Okay, so this man, Ekta Kapoor, all of them are very closely linked to this group. And these group of 7 producers, 7 production homes, they will decide who will become a hit and who will not become a hit. Now, tables have turned. Public will decide who are going to become hits and who is going to be kicked out of Bollywood. So Amir Khan, with your midget size, you will have to reckon to the truth and the reality of boycott Bollywood. I would also like you to show, Jaydev, if you have that video of Shah Rukh Khan and his son coming out of the airport, and look at the fear in the father and the son's eyes.
Yeah, I personally don't have that.
Yeah. Okay, please go ahead with the news. I'll find it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming to the next piece of news is with regards to Anurag Kashyap and Taupsee Pannu, and apparently, they voiced their opinions on this whole boycott Bollywood movement, and say Anurag, voiced his opinion and said, "I'm feeling left out. Even I want ki meri film boycott karo. Please make our film trend on Twitter." Ekta Kapoor and Anurag Kashyap's thriller Dobara has seen in the news for its story that digs deep into the world of time travel. While the film is getting positive attention from the masses, this is what is being written, right? And during a media interaction, this is what he said, that he's feeling left out and that he wants the public to boycott his film and make it trend on Twitter. And Taupsee Pannu remarked, "Yes, please boycott Dobara, trend karwa do, but we also want to trend on Twitter." So this is coming back to the statement. It certainly has shed light to the fact that boycott Bollywood is trending, and people are boycotting Bollywood films left and right.
Yeah. In fact, Jaydev, I've just got the link. I put it on yours. Can you just check it out on WhatsApp? Meanwhile, let me just take some of the comments.
Yeah.
Boycott Bollywood, justice for SSR, Bollywood and cricket are the 2 things responsible for ruining India. Absolutely. On the contrary, Tapsi and Kashyap are begging to boycott their film. Actually, this is a joke, Udaya. See, they're saying that they are not being mentioned. In fact, we don't even know who they are. They are not even significant in the Bollywood arena. So now they're begging for attention, is what they are saying.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just shared the screen.
yes, please, yes. Please watch this video, friends. They're coming out of the airport. Look at the fear in their faces. Yeah. So, so going back to, it's very clearly shown that when they come out the airport, a man tries to hold his hand and take a picture, and they get scared, and immediately Aryan Khan, moves towards Shah Rukh Khan's side. So here you see the father, the son, and even the adopted child or the surrogate child is also scared. Have you ever seen such fear in their eyes earlier, a few years back? It was sheer arrogance. They would tell people in the airport, go here, go there, don't look at us, we don't take our photos or videos. They were the kings of Bollywood. And look at what they've been reduced to now. And it's purely because of the public. The public have decided with one mind that they will boycott Bollywood and they'll make them bankrupt. Now, another thing that you have to be very careful of, is friends, is that the Southern stars have also been bought to say praise the movie Lal Singh Chaddha, which is a copy of Forrest Gump. It's not even an original, and also the fact that see they would have been paid heavily to speak good of it. So every Tom, Dick, and Harry in Sandalwood or Tollywood or Mollywood are all praising this midget. Okay, but our this thing has to be, resolution has to be that we will not watch this movie at any cost. In fact, we'll not watch any of these Bollywood movies. Let them feel the brunt of what Sushant Singh had undergone as an ordinary actor. So let us make it felt. That's important. And when I'm saying this with so much of seriousness, I know many people all around the world are saying the same, whether it is in social media. So it is a pattern. Let us all get used to it. Let them decide that unless you clean the system, nobody is going to talk about you anymore. Yeah, back to you, Jerry.
Yeah, so when I saw that video, I do feel that Shah Rukh Khan is a bit paranoid about people coming up and taking a selfie with him because maybe he also is getting some threats like Salman Khan. This is what I think, that he's also getting threats from the mafia, and he thinks that maybe it's not safe to go around, and anyone from the public can be dangerous for his life. So this could also be a possibility.
Yeah,
So coming to
absolutely.
the next, yeah, let's take a few comments.
Yeah,
Akshay and Amir Khan are acting innocent, that the boycott is for what they did to Sushant and not voicing for justice and not whatever reasons they are claiming. Yes, they just want to ignore the whole SSR movement, Caroline. What was Sandeep Singh? And yeah, so we have addressed that earlier in the video. Just make sure that you watch that. Um, so this is for you.
hello, Minaji. I really love your dedication to Sushant Singh Rajput. You always mention him in your every episodes. Yes, the movement started with him, Maya. It's not something we can stop thinking about or talking about until he gets justice. Where is this video from? It's viral in social media. BJP JDU coalition collapses in Bihar. I heard. Yes, we'll go on to that news, Karthik. After the Bollywood news, we will move on to that. It's about time they shook. I will follow what Amir Khan said and not waste my money. Sure. Thank you, Anupama. Love your tunes. How is Sandeep Singh related to the movie? Not to the movie, to the cabal. There is some actress, Richa Chadha, don't even know who she is. Very coolly and calmly says in an interview, when asked to boycott, a woman says, karne do boycott." Okay, she is married to a druggie. You know, that's what they say. That guy is a druggie. What is his name, Jadip? The fellow who's a Pakistani actor who comes in some of
Yeah.
the movies that in OTT platform, and he was there in a film where he takes the bride to Pakistan.
Ali Fazal.
Yes, Ali Fazal. Yes. So we were told that there were rumors that this man is a high on drugs. So she's got married to him, and they are partners. So please don't even bother Zoya about taking her seriously. Yeah, back to you, Jere. Motivate and
Support all the people who are representing India in various sports and doing a lot of hard work. Give them support, help them economically so they can improve nutrition and equipment, says Preeti. Yes, I do feel that India should encourage all the Olympic sportsmen and make sure that they are not corrupted by Bollywood. Just like how cricket is completely corrupted now, especially with the IPL. So
yeah,
let's hope the corruption doesn't seep into other sports as well.
yeah, yeah.
Money on watching Lal Singh Chaddha, karma acts in funny ways, says Moonchild. Yes, thanks, Karthi.
Bollywood rip, yes. I think they are leveraging our Bollywood boycott Bollywood movement to get
Yeah.
publicity for their movies.
Sandeep Singh must be a distributor of the film. Anyways, he has a finger in every pie in Bollywood.
That's it. That's it.
Yes, this could be a possibility. Shehnaz Gill and Sandeep are shining and everywhere from Cannes to her acting with Salman. And there was a recent rumor that she was kicked out of Salman Khan's latest films, Kabhi Eid, Kabhi Diwali, but she apparently rubbished that rumors. Hi, Priya. Yeah, sure.
Well said, ma'am. They joined their own club, the cable club. Yeah, they joined there. Amir has such a good advisor like Karina who says, "Don't watch our movies. You should listen to her." Says RP.
Hi,
Good evening,
Vasanti.
everyone. Vasanti. Amir Khan owns the building where SSR was killed. Amir is involved too. This is obvious. Why would Riya Chakravarti call Amir when SSR died? Okay, all these calls are recorded. Why did Sandeep Singh call Pancholi? And what is Pancholi's role here? We know he's involved in the Jia case. So they're all linked. Let's not forget the name. The same Amir Khan's uncle was the owner of the flat where SSR was forcibly moved to stay in by Ria. He was killed there, and after that, within 2 weeks, the flat was fully refurnished. Yes. These Bollywood jokers can make and watch each other's movies. They harassed and ultimately killed Sushant. No Sushant, no Bollywood. Justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. Well said, Gloria. Simply boycott Bollywood. Sandeep Singh is a highly suspicious person. We need Reema Amir Khan's ex-wife to speak the truth.
Yeah, what
Meena
happened
ji,
to Amir Khan's younger brother who was locked up, Faisal? He's not to be seen
I think
recently.
locked up again. I think
Yeah, I mean, like
till the movie
especially
is
all the
released.
controversy of Lal Singh Chaddha,
Yeah,
you know.
till his movie is released, I think they may have locked him up again. Meenajiti's Kamal has got no place to go now. They have to meet each other now, which will be very transparent to whole world. They have no money now as their movies are making losses, says Maya. Manish Paul, yes, absolutely. Yes. Shahnaz Gill and Sandeep Singh, after Sid's and Sush's murder, they are shining and everywhere, from Khan to her acting in Eid Kabhi Diwali. Yes. And you have you seen the cute way she talks to the photographers? It makes you feel that even a small 5-year-old child has more IQ than Shahnaz Gill. Namaste, Metal.
Hi.
Manish Paul, yes. Boycott, Evilwood. Rashmi, Justice for SSR. Bollywood PR is so desperate to make LSE a success. They're claiming that the film already made 540 crores in advance bookings. People are showing the empty bookings in theaters to debunk the same. Very important, Karthik, what you mentioned. because in social media, a man has actually shown a graph, showing this how hollow this claim is. And he's saying at least the people who are speaking like this should have some facts. It's absolutely devoid of facts that they're speaking like this, and they expect the people to believe it. Come on, Amir Khan, you will have to, spin another yarn to sell your movie. We will decide now. Absolutely, Asha.
Hi.
Goddess, yes, welcome. Justice for Sushant Singh. Bollywood is one incestuous, crazy club. Yes, here,
Cozy
Meera, when
Club.
you say this, yeah, when you wrote this, immediately you know what comes to mind is Saif Ali bringing his bikini daughter out to celebrate her birthday, or Boni Kapoor, bringing his daughter, who's wearing hardly anything to parties. Is this how fathers groom their children, or brothers bring their sisters? It's also terrible. What you just remarked is so true. More power to public, Maya. Absolutely. Amir Khan is a very cunning person. Yes. We stand by Candamina in finishing Bollywood. Thank you so much, Jane. We're all together in this, and we will stand steadfast. Pannu is pro Khalistan. Yes. They are showing advanced bookings for both Raksha and Lal Singh, another PR stunt.
Yes,
Yes, which has
it
been
is a PR
busted.
stunt.
Yeah, which has been busted on social media. If you follow closely, you'll find that there are so many intelligent people who are busting this. It's time they shook. I'll follow what Amir Khan said and not waste my money watching his movie and help someone in need instead. Karma has its way of teaching him a lesson. Also, see, a man who cannot stick to one wife, who keeps changing wives like handkerchiefs, is not a man to be trusted. You see, when you have a proper marriage, a good marriage, it is for the sake of the children that you hold on to a good marriage, so that the children get good values and morals. So here, what is he teaching his children? You can change partners at will. So he's teaching them the Bollywood philosophy. So where is the character in him? His brother has ripped him apart. So these are things you cannot. This man is so cantankerous. When we are having problems with Turkey, he lands up at their door. When we are having problems with Pakistani cricketers and terrorists, he lands up at their door. And then he says that, and then in open he says that Modi ji is the reason for the deaths in Godhra Carnage. What sort of man is it? Is he? And should we go pay our hard-earned money to watch his film? And that also a copy of a Hollywood movie? Are we crazy? I lost all respect for Manish Paul when he behaved in a very vulgar manner at an award show, especially he and Ranbir. Yes.
Yes.
We made them stars, now we will bring them on the road, says Asha. Tapsi and Anurag are just trying to get their 2 minutes of fame by jumping onto Bollywood. It will flop even without any boycott. Here also, somebody said that fortunately she was sitting on a sofa and not on his lap.
On his lap.
Yeah. Why is he left out? No discrimination on our part. We are boycotting all movies equally. These people are doing this to challenge the public, as if making fun of us and boycotting Bollywood movement. They're going to repent so badly, they have no idea. How Divya Bharti? It's all a pattern. It's the same pattern right from the beginning. Uddu has absolutely no imagination.
And Rashmi, one more thing to Rashmi, I would say is that we have done a video on Divya Bharti in Candid Meena, and you can check it on the playlist section, and it's on Bollywood actresses and disappearances. So we have
This Pannu lady,
covered that
yeah,
entirely. Yeah.
yeah. This Pannu lady is so stupid. So as such, no one is watching her films. What is there to boycott? Pannu madam, have you forgotten Shabash Mitu? Their films will be out on YouTube and Netflix very soon. Once public slaps them on their face due to boycott from public. In fact, Deepak, it's very interesting because see, YouTubers, you find a variety of people who've got a lot of, crazy ideas. And what they do is they compile, the videos of when they lose their temper. And I find one particular one very interesting, which is where, the Ammi ki thali or thali ki amma, loses loses her cool on all the photographers and journalist. So you have a compiled version of that on YouTube. If you watch that, if you feel stressed out, that is the best stress buster for you. So just watch it and see in how many ways she can lose her temper. And if somebody has made her angry, she'll call that person near her and say, "Kidhar aao, come here," as if somebody is going to go to her when she's in that temper. And that person refuses to go near her, and she still continues, "Come here, kuch tamiz seekho, badtamiz." It's all filmy dialogue. Don't you worry, Anurag, we are boycotting your movie also. Yes. Wapsi.
Whoopsie.
They're using small starlets like Richa to say silly things about boycott. She said the people are more worried about price rise than boycott. They are scared and coming to
To
India.
India.
Such attention seekers, TP and AK. SRK is scared. You can see that in the whole body language. It looks like he needs protection and Aryan is giving him protection. I think Bollywoodians are now joining hands to share their views on boycott, some vigorous promotions. Also, what I found strange was that I don't know, I mean, the youngsters of today would know what is the kind of fashion that young boys are resorting to. But if you see Aryan Khan's pants as he comes out of the airport, it's like the zipper is down on its knees. I mean, why would someone wear pants that low? I mean, if something, God forbid, something happens, I mean, he will be shown in his full glory. So it's a very, I don't know if that's a fashion, and Aryan is just copying somebody. Big bacha, small bacha, and biggest bacha. Yes, Dadu Sallu is in
Yeah,
fear.
Tasha.
Yes, selfie crazy Indians. I get sick of that when people take selfies with such food people. Tables have turned down, and people know the true colors now, says TSK. Why is a certain community not boycotting Bollywood? Amir Khan is made a deal with PVR that he would give 1% 1 crore to a certain date to show that film is a hit, and theatre is running houseful just to fool people. Okay, Caroline. Tapsi is a big flop in Telugu, but she's still getting offers.
I would like to add to Anita and her comment that sorry, Caroline, right? That there are certain media houses in digital media space also, which supports Bollywood. Like they make friendly articles, they make fake articles saying that this movie went houseful, and also certain YouTube channels which are very Bollywood friendly. They also boast inflated figures of certain films like Lal Singh Chaddha. So this is to fool the public, because these YouTube channels, they have a very big reach, and we don't know if it's an organic reach or artificial reach. So these are some of the ways also by which Bollywood is whitewashing their image.
Yeah. Nagarjuna and Son praising LSE. Lots of PR by Tollywood. Yes, Caroline, that's what I'm telling you. See, everybody, not only in Tollywood, also in Tamil Nadu, so you're talking about Chennai. All these actors from the south have been told to praise LSE. Okay, and I can bet you that none of them have seen it. Okay, they are just doing a service to this midget, this midget Buddha, who is so old he should be acting as a grandfather. Now, see, if these people have been bought, South actors have been bought to say this, it means that very soon South films are going to flop too, because public are very strong, and they're not going to boycott Bollywood only. If the same Nagarjuna, who is as old as Amir Khan, is going to start talking like this, he's going to face the same fate. As it is, his son is no great shakes, and he's lost all his morale after his wife left him, Samantha left. So let us not talk about praising this useless actor, Nagarjuna, because we also know about the kind of lives that you live in Tollywood. We've done stories on that. So if he does not have morals, you equally don't have morals. That's also very, very true. We all know it as writers, the complete background to you, Nagarjuna. So let us spare this, okay? And let us look at a film for its own value. And when a man as scheming as Amir Khan has done such a thing to SSR, who now is a symbol for us, for the public, for the injustice done to young boys, we are not going to forgive. So you can pack your bags and see, if you feel Samantha has left you, I'm glad she has left you. But if Samantha has joined the cabal, I'm not glad. So you're all a part of the same thing. Okay. So let us not look at, see, if you're an actor, you think that you have so much money, you can change partners every few minutes because your wife has grown old, or your girlfriend has gone old. That itself shows your character. We don't want such morals to be taught to our children, our grandchildren. We don't want them to take drugs. We don't want them to go to pubs. We want them to study our Sanatana Dharma. We want them to study and do well in their lives, pursue what they like, and become bright at it. We want patriots. You try to show that you're patriots in movies and live sleazy lives outside, and you want us to follow that? We can't do that. Things have changed completely. Let's look at the next piece of news. Maharani star Huma Qureshi.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news is it's with regards to Huma Qureshi. And she also, voiced her opinion on boycott Bollywood. And she has spoken with regards to this, and she said that social media is like a fire. You can burn down a house or light up to cook for the hungry and feed them. It all depends कि आप कैसे use करते हैं. I had the opportunity to arrange a bed for a pregnant lady in Bangalore. She was having her due and was suffering from COVID. This was possible because we have the power of social media. I am done with this negativity. I don't indulge and care about it. I feel to express an opinion without knowing anything has become a fashion. I use my social media to engage with fans, try to help someone, and I think we shouldn't care about it. I think it's rubbish. We are one country. I don't want to indulge in this topic, and I want to work with the actors, producers, directors, and I want to collaborate with them. So it's a very useless debate. That's what she remarked on this. So obviously, she is also scared. So
Yeah,
she
yeah.
directly admitted that because she wants to, work with these people, that please do not boycott. Yeah, that public should not boycott the
Maya
films.
says the very mafia
Yeah,
which was financing them must be after their blood, since their businesses have been hit. Yes. And now, as you know, they are investing in other projects as well.
yeah,
Comedian
like I,
Kumar is best friends with
yeah.
Penguin, boycott him also. Let them feel 1 millionth the brunt of what SSR faced. Yes, Anuradha. We won't watch any movie of these and anti-national, anti-Hindu Karachi Wood gang. And now these jokers come, actors can't fool us, says Manjiri. Yes. Ali Fasal. Yes, absolutely. Madhuri Dixit used to host MF Hussain in US, guys. Yes, and he was the one who used to praise her to the skies. You know, Nitish is a political liability. My estimate is that BJP. Okay, we'll move on to that when we are moving on to that piece of news later. Richa Chadda itself is a urban Maoist. Faisal Ali is Richa's husband. Yes, a Pakistani. Yes. Posted my response on Twitter earlier today about AK calling people mischievous for wanting to boycott his upcoming film. Yeah, SSR and Disha were barbarically eliminated. Boycott Bollywood was obviously going to happen. Yes. Modi government has TOPS scheme. What is that, Shrikar? Madhuri is one of them. Corrupt lady, yes. Each and every Bollywoodian is rattled to the same. सुशांत इज एक बिहारी
Bihari.
मार के भी वो जिंदा है सब पे भारी एंड सो का वाट ले रहा चाहे
चाहे
Bollywood माने या न माने. Yes. Meena ji, namaste. Accept, bow for your efforts in the SSR movement. So much honesty in your intentions. More power to you. Thank you, Sujana. Welcome, Shrestha. Sheikh Suman also with Amir Khan. Yes. These Bollywood fools don't know one thing, that the South Indian cinema industry, mostly controlled by few families and pretty rich. Actually, we laugh at Khan's Khandani. Time to talk about woke content peddling through. And not just boycott Bollywood. We should think of a strategy to hurt OTT woke elements. It's a tricky since it's based on subscriptions. Yes. I watched many, many Bollywood movies through my life, but after SSR's death, it has become apparent on how this organization ruins people, from
ruins
a young
people.
Vidya Bharti to a great artist like Sri Devi. Well, see here, Deepak, I just beg to differ with you. Sri Devi was not like Divya. It's a fact that, see, Sri Devi came, she lived a very, very, insecure life as a child. She was used and abused by directors and producers from childhood. So it's not like Divya lived a more protected life and was not exposed to all this. But Sridevi has gone through all of it, later stage also and young age also, because there were directors like Ivy Shashi in Malayalam who would not spare even one heroine, you know. So they used to stay in the hotels and things like that. So these people were, exploited to the core. Parul Girdar. Rumors are that Shehnaz Gill is ousted from Paiku movie. All these tricks to get attention
Yeah,
for
it's
movie.
publicity.
Yeah. These are all self-created rumors to bring attention to their movies. Okay. Moving on to the next piece of news. Salman Khan's poaching cases. Opposition lawyer hits a police constable with his car, killing him. Salman Khan's black buck poaching case was opposed by a lawyer who represents the Bishnoi community named Mahipal Bishnoi. Salman Khan has often grabbed headlines owing to some controversies related to his professional life, including the 1998 Black Buck poach case and the hit and run case. Since 98, the superstar has been part of the court trial, along with his Hum Saath Saath Hai co-stars like Saif Ali Khan, Sonali Bendre, Tabu, and Neelam. Salman's black buck poaching case was opposed by a lawyer who represents the Bishnoi community named Mahipal Bishnoi. In the latest shocking turn of events, Mahipal Bishnoi has reportedly killed a police constable with his car. Yes, you heard that right. As per latest PTI report, Bishnoi, who opposed actor Salman Khan in the black poaching case, hit a police constable on Friday night by a speeding car. The policeman has been identified as 27-year-old Ramesh Saran. The accident happened on the night of August 5th near Jhalamand Circle in Jaipur, where the constable Ramesh was on night duty. However, even though Ramesh was quickly rushed to the hospital, he succumbed to injuries. According to police, he was taken to AIMS Hospital. So there's another very weird case happening. Everything moves around this man Salman Khan. You don't know who's telling the truth and who's telling a lie.
Yeah. So coming to the next piece of news.
Yeah.
Now it's with regards to Nupur Sharma controversy. And on August 8th, the Supreme Court of India directed the state's police not to take any action against Navika Kumar, who's the anchor of Times Now, in any FIR or complaint filed or to be filed in future against her in the controversy of Nupur Sharma. Notably, multiple FIRs were filed against Navika for the TV debate that was on May 26th on Times Now. And a two-judge bench comprising Justice Krishna and Justice Hema heard the plea submitted by senior advocate Mukul Rohatgi on behalf of Times Network group editor Navika Kumar to quash the FIRs registered against her in different states. During the hearing, Advocate Rohatgi pointed out that Navika did not say anything against the Prophet and she was just hosting the debate. He further added multiple FIRs were filed against Nupur Sharma and she's facing flack over the controversial remarks she made against Prophet during the debate after being provoked by Taslim Ahmed Remani. The debate was about an ongoing case on the disputed structure at Gyanvapi, as you know, in Varanasi. When the court asked why West Bengal was interested in this case, senior advocate Meneka, appearing for the state, informed the court that the first FIR against Kumar was registered in Kolkata, and so the Supreme Court issued notice to the state of West Bengal and others in the matter and sought a reply in 2 weeks. The court said, till further orders, no coercive action must be taken against Kumar in previous or any new complaints or FIRs pertaining to the matter. Yeah. You're on mute.
Yeah, moving on to Jacqueline Fernandez. Jacqueline Fernandez has talked about negative media reports and online hatred. She said that it made her question herself initially and left her sad. She addressed negative news about her and revealed how she deals with them. Her reaction came after she was linked to conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Actor said negativity leaves her upset. She was reportedly in a relationship with Sukesh Chandrasekhar. She was summoned by the ED multiple times in connection with a money laundering case that involved jailed conman Sukesh. While Jacqueline remained silent about the matter for a long time, after pictures of her and Sukesh went viral on social media, she said, I'm currently going through a rough patch, but I'm sure that my friends and fans will see me through it. It's with this trust that I would request my media friends to not circulate images of a nature that intrude my privacy and personal space. During a recent interview, she opened up about negative news and comments on social media. She told Mashable India, as human beings, we want people to like us. It's a very normal thing to do. If someone doesn't like you, you kind of get upset about it. You don't know why. What did I do wrong? As a celebrity, you're famous. When somebody doesn't like you, it gets multiplied by thousands. I think the hardest part is understanding and accepting that in this work, you'll have to face the facts that not everybody is going to like you. They'll be harsh towards you, and you just got to accept it. Once you accept that, you can go back to your life quite freely. Life is pretty okay. Now, here, what I'd like to tell you viewers is that why are everybody in Bollywood in, self, what do you call, self-pity mode? We've never seen them so depressed in their lives earlier. So everybody from Akshay to Amir Khan to Kareena Kapoor to all these actresses that you said, Huma Khan and Tapsi Pannu, all of them are very, very sad. And they're all looking at, being very upset. Okay, let me just take this. Minaji, yesterday I watched an Indian podcast and the guest was Janvi. Listening to her, I felt her deep fear of not getting job. She does not want men but wants job. Lol, unemployed. Yeah. So here, so what I mean is that see, there's suddenly a bout of depression among all these people. Where was all this depression when they were flying high? They were going on these yachts and they were going to Paris and to London and flying on private jets and they were, enjoying every bit with parties and drugs and all that. What happened at that time? Were they feeling depressed? Is it only boycott Bollywood that has made them depressed? It's very obvious, that all these people are depressed. See, for example, you are, consciously dealing with a con man who's in jail, among dreaded terrorists and other jail, interns. So, and you say that you want to have a good image. Why did you associate with it? Why did you accept all these expensive gifts, not only for yourself? You accepted cars for your family, your mother, your father, your grandfather. Everybody got cars, from this occasion. And then you were given handbags like Louis Vuitton and other handbags. You accepted so many gifts. You mean to say somebody gives you gifts without any reason? No. There will always be something at the end of it. They would want something from you. And everybody knows what that is when it comes to a Bollywood female actress. What exactly they want from you. And you were supplying it to him because you were staying at hotels with him. So after all that, when people question you, and when the ED questions you, how can you, say that you've been maligned? You brought it upon yourself. So please don't give us this, this sad story about, trying to live a normal life. You can't lead a normal life when you do these things. You're in the eyes of public, and when you're doing everything wrong, and you're sacrificing your morals and your principles and everything just for the sake of money, then you people will call you a gold digger. Just like what they said to Sushmita when she ran after Lalit Modi, you know. So all these things happen, so you can't this thing. Republic TV was removed from UK channels all of a sudden. It's really not good the way MSM block and remove true truth-seeking sources. Yes. Can we take some
And
more comments?
yeah, God is, in fact, even BBC is so woke, I would say, and they're so left, and they hate any person who is right wing in India, especially because I mean, like with the right wing ideology, India is getting very, very strong, and it's a very big threat to UK. So BBC is really, very woke at the moment. They can throw any number of in the air, projecting as profit, but for how long? Once, twice, can they do this forever? Uh, yeah. If you read about the Qatar stars, read the paper, most of them will have a fairy tale train journey to Mumbai. They would have run away from home to try in Mumbai with only 100 rupees. Yes, Karthik, and in fact, I just had a very bare glimpse at the Curly Tales YouTube channel in which Jacqueline Fernandez is seen sitting in a car, and she is discussing how she came into Bollywood, and it was very looked like a fairy tale story, and it looked so innocent, and then she it
Especially
went.
when people know very clearly that she was spending time with the Qatar royal, living with him before she came to India. Barsha says, just read that Chunky Pandey was proud of Ananya for the way she carried herself in KWK. So obviously, because winning medals in Olympics, but answering in KWK is tough. Coffee with Karan. Save India from Bollywood. Absolutely. Most of them will get married to girl, and the peoples will declare that girl as long time girlfriend, even if that guy had met her a month before marriage. Because Karina got an invader son. Karina has let her Begum status go to her head. Needs to learn a lesson or two in humility and grace from her mother-in-law. Vijay Singh, hello and hit the
Thanks,
thank you.
Vijay.
Rumors that Shahnaz Gill is
Yeah.
ousted from Baiki. All these are tricks to get attention for the movie. Friends, if you like the video, please take the trouble of clicking like. It makes a big difference to us. And those who have not subscribed, please
And
subscribe.
make sure to share the video also. Uh,
Shreyasta says Madhuri was lucky. Her parents took her to US for marriage. Otherwise, no, Shreyasta, there is a very big, story behind that. Apparently, Madhuri refused to go to Dubai. This is again said by sources within, and she refused to go and perform for the what you call the cabal or the underworld. And then she was picked up on a private jet, and she was abused very badly and thrown in the airport, according to the insider. And from there, she was in such a bad psychological state that she was sent to USA, where she took about 3 months to recover, and then only she got married to her husband. So, if these stories are true, then it's a sad state of affair that she had undergone. Hopefully, real talent comes across in future. Yes. Sujit Taimur, when Jahangir gets married, will the girl be Anarkali? Yes. All these people are opportunists. All they care about is money. Himani, Nina ma'am, Saif, so sorry, so late. Was heading back home from a day long Shiv Puja at my relative's place, so just join. We'll catch up beginning in the repeat. Welcome, Himani. Uh, like the button, Martin, thank you. Urdu film industry is falling down. Karthik. Boycott them all. Karina has no ethical values. She didn't think twice before naming her son. Boycott IPL too because of the Bollywood connection. Yuma is a very close friend to Sohail Khan. Dadu belongs in jail. Yes. Is the BJP waiting for the right moment to bring the culprits to the surface to gain political
yeah.
mileage? Okay, so moving on to the next piece of news, which I'd rather go to the, to the uh, latest news, which is Nitish Kumar resigns from Bihar as CM post as BJP JDU alliance breaks in the state. JDU RJD alliance set to return to form the government. Now, the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish has resigned from his post as Chief Minister as the BJP JDU alliance has once again fallen apart in the state. After days of speculation, Nitish Kumar resigned after meeting with Governor Phagu Chauhan today. Earlier in the day, he made the announcement of breaking the alliance with BJP in front of JDU, MLAs, and MPs. This is not the first time that JDU has broken its alliance with the BJP. The party walked out of the BJP led National Democratic Alliance in 2013 in protest against the announcement of Narendra Modi as the PM candidate. However, after a brief affair with Lalu Prasad Yadav's RJD, he re entered with the alliance with BJP in 17. As per its sources during the JDU meeting, all its MPs and MLAs supported Nitish Kumar's decision to break the alliance and said they will continue to support him in the future. Now, with regards to the Maharashtra CM, Maharashtra CM Shinde expands the cabinet. So you can take that, Jenny? Yes.
Yeah. So coming to Maharashtra, and Eknath Shinde is making news again, and this time it's with the cabinet expansion, and the cabinet includes 18 ministers, 1 8, nine each from his rebel Shiv Sena group and the BJP. And even as the Supreme Court verdict on the validity of his decision to split his party, Shiv Sena and claimed to be the original party is pending. And the expanded cabinet includes 18 ministers, nine from each from his rebel Shiv Sena group and the BJP. There is no women minister in the cabinet. 18 MLAs inducted as ministers, including state president of BJP Chandrakant Patel, were administered oath by Governor B.S. Koshyari in Mumbai. Other ministers included Radhakrishna Patel, Sudhir, then Chandrakant Patel, Vijay Kumar Gavit, and Girish Mahajan. Rebel Shiv Sena MLAs Gulabrao Patel, Dade Puse, Sanjay Rathod, Sandeepan Bumre, Uday Samant, Tanaji Sawant, Abdul Sattar, Deepak Kesarkar, and Shambhuraj Desai were sworn in as ministers. And the new ministers include Shinde Group MLA Sanjay Rathod, who was the forest minister in Uddhav Thackeray's cabinet and was forced to resign after BJP leaders blamed him for a woman's suicide. And Shiv Sena leaders claim that the Shinde government will not last long, and many of the rebel leaders will be back in the party fold as they were not included in the cabinet.
Yeah. Okay. Kannada producer Bharat lodges complaint against the actor Darshan for threatening him. Now, Darshan is allegedly heard saying wherever Bharat goes, he will not be spared. A complaint has been lodged against Kannada superstar Darshan in connection with threatening a film producer. Producer Bharat lodged the complaint with Kengeri police in Bangalore, saying that he had signed Darshan's relative Ruvan for the Sri Krishna Paramatma movie 2 years ago. The producer halted the film's shooting due to financial crisis and shared it with Ruvan. When Bharat was informing Dhruvan about halting the film's shooting over telephone, the latter added Dhruvan on call. During the telephonic conversation, Darshan allegedly threatened the producer. The alleged audio recording has gone viral. Darshan is allegedly heard saying, wherever Bharat goes, he will not be spared. The police have recorded the statement of Sri Krishna Paramatma director Antony in this connection. Now, moving on to smaller pieces of news, Modi government helps revive the only school in Delhi for Afghan refugees, which was struggling for funds after Taliban takeover of Afghanistan. The school didn't have money to pay the teaching and non-teaching staffers, and later also could not afford the rent of school premises at Jangpura. The only Afghan school in Delhi, Syed Jamaluddin Afghan High School, was given a second life by PM Modi-led government a year after the government in Afghanistan collapsed in August last year. The School for Afghan Refugees, which is located at Jangpura, Delhi, faced an acute shortage of funds due to COVID pandemic. and the government collapsed in Afghanistan until the Ministry of External Affairs provided financial assistance to the school and ensured that it operated as usual. Meanwhile, the Pakistani immigrant who killed a Greek girl has been arrested. The Greek police, who arrested an illegal Pakistani immigrant named Ahsan for murdering a 17-year-old girl in Peristeri, revealed on Tuesday that the accused possessed four different identity documents with different names and ages. The names of the four different identities appear unique as they had variations in both his own and his parents' names. The first identity he possessed showed his name as Munasif Ashan, born on the year July 23rd, 2001. The remaining three identity cards were in the name of Hassan Hassan, Shamin Akhtar, and Munasif Ashan, with a different date of birth mentioned. The police earlier said that the accused was 30 years old, but considering the four identity cards recovered, he stated that the age of the accused may be around 22, but is yet to be confirmed. The police also revealed that he had his asylum application rejected. Here in this case, friends, you will recall that this man, killed a young girl, a young Greek girl. He was living with her, and he killed this girl. Okay. Moving on to the next piece of news, which is rather amusing. Former TMC minister Partha Chatterjee given a cot and a chair after he sat on the jail commode till it broke. As per regulations, the inmates get only blankets, a ceiling fan, a commode, and a water filter in the cell, and no furniture. However, on August 6th, jail authorities provided him with an iron cot and a chair to sit on. On August 5th, the Partha Chatterjee was sent to 14-day judicial custody in connection to the SSC scam. And reports suggest that he spent most of the time sitting on the commode in his cell on the first night. Eventually, the commode broke down. Later, the authorities got the commode repaired and provided him with a chair to sit on. He has been kept in the Presidency Central Correctional Home's high security Poila Baish section. The particular section in the prison is under 24/7 surveillance. High profile criminals, including the American Center attack mastermind, Aftab Ansari, are housed in this section. As per the regulations, the inmates get only blankets, a ceiling fan, a commode, and a water filter in the cell, and no furniture. However, on August 6th, jail authorities provided him with an iron cot and a chair to sit on. A senior jail official was quoted by Indian Express as saying they provided Parth all this. Thereafter, late in the afternoon, he was provided with an iron cot and a chair inside his cell. He's still having his food prepared in jail, including roti, sabji, and dal for dinner, and rice, roti, sabji, and dal for lunch. Partha has requested the jail authorities for chop muri, which is puff fries with potato fries, cooked in the prison that they had agreed to provide. There are questions now being raised about the special treatment that is being extended to him, given that he was provided with a cot and chair that other inmates are not given. The senior officials in the prison have been directed to ensure minimal interaction with him and others, including inmates. They are visiting him every hour to keep an eye on his activities. So that's all the news. Let's take some more comments here.
Yes, Arkin, Karina had, said that, she doesn't care if people don't watch her films. So now,
Yeah.
uh, it is hitting back at her.
Oh,
Partha
Partha Chatterjee, it's not comfortable. Even the biggest white throne is marble seat. Ashish, please uninstall unwanted unused apps from your mobile in order to keep your privacy intact. I would suggest to not even keep any app after using it. Most of the apps can read your messages. Please invite RBS Money. Yes. I hope he starves in jail. Give him some sex toy which found out by ED. That's the right place for Partha. All job portals are hosted on American servers, so there has to be manipulation. Please tell me more. Greed and hunger for power ruined everything. As per Kereskar, in June, BJP was almost set to form a government with a group of Shiv Sena. Narayan Rane induction in central cabinet spoiled it. So the question of action against baby penguin doesn't rise. Goddess Amir Khan is keen saying he will leave India but has not. There is nowhere else he can fool people to make money. Other countries don't give a damn about him. Here he can get away being him. Job portals are selling job seekers' data to digital marketing
Martin.
companies. Yeah. Katrina was also prostitute. Don't know where Virgin Salman boy met her and got in India. Pooja Chauhan's death has been linked to a politician is rather mysterious. Yes, we have done a story on this, Himani, in our earlier sessions. Evil Wood is a very dirty woman and dirty men who have sex with their daughters who want to support people like this. Let's boycott Evil Wood. So I think with this, we'll end this session, Jerry. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you from Jaydev and me. Good night.
Good night.